So this week I'm going to the Norwegian consulate in Kalmar to try to get this seafarer book. I biked my way down in the morning and was preparing for a meeting with the representative of the Norwegian government. Made my way up and up into the attic actually. That was the place where they had the Norwegian consulate. Up there we did some paperwork and then I also had to pay the registration fees to get this seafarer book. Signed some documents and she had to take some copies of the certificates that I had. Later on, a few weeks past that, yesterday for me, it happened to be some problems and I had to get some other documents as well, which I have been working on quite a lot, and that's why I haven't uploaded this week. But you're getting the video still just a couple of days late, and I hope you're okay with that. Anyways, after that was done, I had to go down and get some photos of me, because they couldn't really scan the photos from my passport, and they wanted some actual photos that I had to bring with me. So I quickly checked up on Google Maps where I could find the nearest photo booth, and then I made my way over there to try to get some quick photos. It happened to be only a few hundred meters away, a couple of hundred, and it took me about half an hour to get there and get back. Anyways, I've recorded my way over there as well, just to see if it would fit in the video, which I guess it is doing that quite well. Made my way into the shopping mall where the photo booth were, and no shops were open, and I went in and did that. After that I went over and delivered the photos, and then I was on my way home again. You may hear that I'm quite rough in my voice today, and that's because I was biking home in heavy rain after a volleyball training this Sunday. And it's Tuesday when I'm recording this, so yeah, that was quite rough for me. Heavy rain. You won't be able to see it in this video. It's going to appear in the next or the one after that. Anyways, this is a lesson about navigation, where we're learning how to convert different formulas to other numbers. After that I had to go down to another lesson down at Kalmar Nickel, which was a lesson in some seamanship. Anyways, I biked the usual route. Here you can see the water tower, which I was thinking was quite nice today. Also the old town, lovely. A lot of activity, and yeah, overall quite nice, and nice weather as well as I made my way down. This was the lesson where I had mistaken for last week, and today was the day I was actually going to have it. Here you can see the anchoring station, where you lower the anchor to stop the ship if you want to stay still in the water for a while. We also went over some safety net. Then we also have this ladder, which is not a Lutz ladder. To be a Lutz ladder you have to have every other step wider to keep the person from climbing it to spin around and have the risk of falling off and sustaining some injuries. Here is the safety fire equipment room, which you can see, right? And after that we made our way down to the what's it called, food hall, where you usually eat, the dining room. And how we got there was through this corridor, where there were different rooms for the crew. Also, this is an escape hatch from the laboratory underneath, which is close to the machine room. Here you can see again the kitchen, as well as some different crew member rooms where people can sleep. I'm also wondering if you have seen these past videos. Some videos I had with background sounds and other videos I haven't. What is your opinion on that? Do you wish to have background sounds or no background sounds at all? Or sounds in the background when it matters? And how do you feel like does it disrupt my voice, or is it alright in the background? So that's one thing I'm wondering. Here we also had some more thorough investigation of the safety equipment and how it works, as well as the different engines. This engine here, I was wrong, it isn't the boat's main engine. It was the yellow engine if you jump back in the video to see. So the smaller one is the main engine. The larger one you saw was actually a practice engine where some students can do different tasks. This is actually something that we're going to do next week, which you will see in the video. These are some floating suits. You can't go underneath the water surface. It's almost impossible, and it was quite fun to do that, which you will see next week. But this week we were going through how to throw this throwing line to the port on the other side of the boat, which they would take that, and then we would tie a knot around the trough, which they dragged over and fastened the boat so it wouldn't get out of position when bunkered down. Here you can see the anchor going down into the ocean. You'll see another angle here, which this was quite interesting to see it going down and up and down and up. We had to do that because the chains didn't align correctly, and therefore, as you can see here, it didn't feed correctly, so we couldn't use the handbrake on it. So we had to try that again and again, up and down, until it worked out correctly. So that was the noise that I made. Anyway, later in the evening I had some volleyball training, which you can see here. I forgot to record me playing, but this is the hall which we use. And also I'm going on a volleyball match the 10th of October. So you can expect to see some clips from that weekend or the next. That's going to be real fun, and actually I think we're going against a 3 or 4 teams, so that will be very fun, and hopefully we will win. Back to the video, we actually had some navigation this week as well, which was really nice, and this instrument that they have was really high tech and nice to steer in. This simulator is also based on real maps, which you can see here. You can see Denmark and a part of Sweden. If you put in a time of day and the date and the time of year, you can actually see how the stars and moon and how the alignments of the planets would be on the star in the stars, what's called in the night sky, which is quite cool, as my lesson instructor told me about. Here we can see different computers, as you also have on real ships. So this lesson was all about to drive the boat correctly throughout this route we had, and also not to drive on the wrong sides of the markers on the way, to avoid driving on the shallow waters. And we also had a test run before, which we had to spot some wrongdoings that the ship did on its own, which we were correct about. One of these things were that the ship drove on the wrong side of a north mark, which could have ended badly by the ship driving shallow and getting stuck. And the other thing we had to realize and notice was that the direction of the fairway had changed after we passed a port of the northern part of the route, which made it so that green and red of the water, as you can see here, changed sides. So the green was on the left of us and the red was on the right of us. So that's one thing that we had to take into account. Here you can see the green on the left and the reds on the right. And here you can also see me steering the boat for this little part of the map. And the rest of the video will just have some music while you can see the other stuff I have witnessed this week. Well, thank you all for watching, and hope to see you next Saturday without any complication or delays. Take care and see you then. Bye.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.